It's quite dark in here, but that's because the sun is going away. Makes sense. Speaking of the sun, I'm going to begin sun gazing again. Originally, I didn't sun gaze. I stopped because, and it was really working for me. I really liked it. It was wonderful. But I stopped because I wanted to change my eye color, which worked. I kind of completed that goal already a while ago, but I kept doing it and I really don't see the point anymore. I mean, a scenario of if the world ever ended. I'm not saying it's going to. If the world ever had a huge catastrophe, martial law took over, do you think having blue, green, or just different colored eyes is going to fix anything? No. I'm such a minimalist that I didn't see it as a useful thing. I saw the more you sun gaze, the more your eyes adapt to the sun, and the longer you can sun gaze without having to look away. It's funny how a lot of the people who have been sun gazing for years have no eye problems. Their eyes have actually improved. Let's see. The sunscreen industry says that your skin can't take in sunlight, so they rub poisonous sunscreen on your body, and it blocks out the UV rays. When you need those things, those waves, to get vitamin D, which helps your bones. And then we're told we need glasses because our vision is bad. Well, why is our vision bad? Our vision is bad because of you. It's bad because of bad health, bad eating, not taking care of your vision, looking at your cell phone for multiple hours on 100% brightness. That will murder your eyesight. And when you take away your phone, your eyes will hurt. Not drinking enough water can fuck your eyes up. It can. Drying out your corneas. There are multiple things that fuck your eyes up, but one of them isn't the sun. The reason if we look up at the sun or we squint our eyes, that's because you don't have a lot of melanin pigmentation in your eyes. You need to build it up. How do you think black people became black? They weren't just magically put here, unless they were. Who knows? You don't know, I don't know. Your skin becomes darker when you slowly add sunlight into your skin. Your skin gets pigmentation. That's how I got darker. I used to be fucking as pale as a little Irish boy. I am a little Irish boy. Sort of. Not really. I'm more Asian. I am, how much was it? I'm 8% Chinese. Yeah. I'm like 3% Native American, off topic. Some European races, and I'm mostly Middle Eastern. Yeah. And I'm 1%, 5% African. East African. So now that we got that out of the way, that random burst of information, I want to talk about how there was an interview done where a guy sun gazed for an hour, then he went into a doctor's office and he asked them, could I stare up at the sun? They're like, no, we have to check your eyes now. So they dropped these chemicals in his eyes, which hurt his eyes badly. Oh, you're putting chemicals in your eyes. That's going to hurt him. And he compared how the doctors do it and how you just do it, or he does it alone, just looking up at the sun. The sun gave him a bunch of energy. It made him smile. He was happy. And it does that to me too. It does that to everyone. And yet, you go into a doctor's office, they give you drugs, or they give you chemicals in your eyes, and they say, oh, you're fucked up, your vision's bad, you need glasses. It's just like the medical industry. Oh, you have this problem, you need drugs. Western medicine is so retarded. Seriously, I want a fast fix. I don't want to have to work or try hard to fix my health problems. I know I had to. But that's only for the hard, motivated, intuitive people who will do that. The creative people. That fat ass who doesn't really want to exercise, doesn't really want to try. You don't even have to be fat. You could still be lazy and not even want to try. You want a fast fix. You want like 19 medications because you're too lazy to eat healthy and do all these basic things. All the things that we used to do, and who knows what we used to do, all of it's written down in the history books, which is written by people, and it's their opinion. There are millions of opinions in this world. It's fun to see the theory or the idea and absorb it and learn about it, but only basing your entire life off that one thing. If it's just a theory and there's no proof behind it and you're basing your entire life off of it and you're not socializing, you're not doing anything, even I socialize a little bit. You should for a certain point. Yeah. Sungazing will improve your life. That's just a fact. Because I've tried it. If I can try the things that I see or hear on the internet, it's worth it. That way I know if it works or doesn't work. Well, I still have some time left because I want to end this at 10 minutes. If a girl flips her hair, or it goes like this in the back, or if a girl plays with her hair in any way, she likes you. That or there's a bug in her hair, or she is something. That or she's having a brain aneurysm. Oh, that's a bad joke. If someone goes like this, someone goes like this, someone goes, ugh. Your throat gets dry when you feel nervous. When your brain tells you you feel nervous, your throat pores get dry. Bet you didn't know that. That's why when you're talking to someone and they'll cross their arms, they're in disbelief, but they're skeptical. Then they're going like this. They're, that's interesting. They're crossing their arms. And once they put their arms down, it means they agree with you. Like 90% of people's language is unconscious. 10%, and this is just a made-up amount, but it's very high. Unconscious body language is how we communicate. If you see someone with their legs crossed, with their arms crossed, looking down, don't go near them. Because they can act like they're okay. And we're told not to judge people. But I can completely judge by feeling if I'm connected to them. Or seeing and feeling their emotions. That's what's part of being called an empath. If you want to call it an empath. I just call it being able to feel things other people can't feel. Yeah. I ought to take a break from talking. I'm getting tired. Yesterday I wanted to kill myself, but I talked myself out of it. There are these random, since the pole shift is happening, global warming, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. It just has different names. Climate change. It all has different names. The North Pole is coming to the South Pole. The South Pole is going to the North Pole. That's why it's called a pole shift. This happens every 300,000 years. That's why the dinosaurs died, if they really existed. I don't know, because I wasn't there. There are a lot of things in this life that we're told about that don't make sense. There are a lot of things and ideas that, like giants, that's where the anime Attack on Titans came from, because there apparently were real giants, and there's lots of movies on it too. There's a whole video, and I'm only doing this to keep warm. I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just doing this to keep warm because it's kind of cold in here. There was a video with an alien. It was old footage. And the guy who was a professional CGI video editor, he edited videos professionally, he went through all the little tiny pinpoints of why the alien was actually real. The alien was being interviewed, not that one where the alien is crying or something. No, this was a full-on frontal shot of an alien, and it blinked, it moved, it waved to army and military officials, and it was like from the 50s or something because it was in black and white. It's very easy to photo manipulate and video manipulate color, so you could make it black and white, but this was different. He explained how in old film, I can't really remember what he explained, but you can look it up. I forget the name. It's called Alien non-CGI Alien or something. It's just so realistic that it's hard not to believe. So there could be dinosaurs, there could be aliens, there could be something. I always question, because people do say it's because of the climate. Asians look this way because of the climate. Black people look this way because of the climate. White people look this way because of the climate. Yes, but our distinct facial features are strangely different. Like, we're all mixing and mashing together now, but another weird thing about the sky that makes no sense is that if you've ever looked at a star in the sky, I didn't finish the 10 minutes, but oh well. If you've ever looked at a star in the sky with a telescope, a strong, good telescope, you'll know that stars are actually vibrations with water. These kind of vibrations, what stars are, they're blinking colored vibrations. Look one up. Type in on Google or YouTube what a star actually looks like, because I can't edit these videos. My computer won't let me. Wonderful, right? Stars, you know how when you tap water, it goes like, you can tap it and it will go, or if water's dripping, that's exactly what stars do, which is weird because that only happens when there's water. Simpsons did an interesting thing. And since the creator of The Simpsons, forget his name, is a Mason, everyone says Masons are evil and all that shit. I don't believe everything I hear on the internet. But, oh well. I couldn't join the Masons because I tried to. I chose not to. I chose that I didn't want to be in a group of people. I'm not a group type person. Oh yes, the Simpsons episode is where The baseball player hit a baseball. Homer was dreaming, and he hit a baseball. The baseball hit the top of the sky, and water flooded the entire baseball arena. The sky leaked, and the sky cracked. There are so many theories of domes, that we're in a dome. That could be true, but I don't know. Here's another question. Why can't we go to Antarctica? Why is Antarctica blocked off? Atlantis is said to be in Antarctica, under it, through a cave. God, it's cold in here. And even in that Disney movie, Walt Disney was also a Mason, showed that under a cave, under Antarctica, they discovered Atlantis under Antarctica. And yet, in real life, here, they don't let us go to Antarctica. There's only one man that ever flew above Antarctica, past it. And he said, which could have been made up, I don't know, that there were mammoths and that all life past the snow, there was just beautiful land. It was green, there's greenery, and there were mammoths. It would make sense, because if an area isn't touched by man, then it may stay the same. I don't know, it's just a theory. It's just a theory. But it makes sense. I mean, why do you need military? And there's a military base in the South Pole, Antarctica, and you're not allowed past the Arctic Wall. The Arctic Wall is like 5 to 7 of these houses stacked on top of each other. It may look small in pictures, but the Arctic Wall is like 100 feet tall until you reach the surface and you're able to walk. But that could honestly change because the pole shift is happening. And the pole shift is just starting. It started in 2011, December 2011. It's just starting. If you want it to end and you want all these weird feelings to go away, they're not going to go away because it's just starting. Yeah. If the North becomes the South and the South becomes the North, that means Southern California in the southern hemisphere of the Earth will be cold. The northern will be hot. So what does that mean? Where it's cold, it's supposed to be hot. So the Arctic will melt. Theory. It's a theory. Not saying this is complete fact. I'm saying it's a theory. I need to put some socks on. I promise when I have when I have my own place, I will have professional lighting. Definitely, I'll have professional lighting. Problem is that I'm going to create a parking lot business where people pay me to park in my parking lot while they go somewhere. The problem with that is where I want to move, there are barely any parking lots, and it's a really small airport. People really are into airport parking. You're going to need it. But I plan on using my YouTube money. I'm going to save it up. And the money I make from my app. I'm planning on investing that money into a parking lot industry. Because a parking lot, depending on the size, and if only you own it, you make about, depending the size, $250,000 a year to $1 million a year. It matters how big the parking lot is. And it matters the location, highly the location. You can either have what I plan on doing is using a write-off, which is when you buy something, but you say it's for your business, so you do a write-off. And at the end of the year, you get that money back through taxes. The rich don't have to pay as many taxes because they're intelligent. They're smart. They know how the system works, and they take full advantage of it. The middle class, who don't want to become upper class, they don't really understand how taxes work. They just pay their taxes. And they complain about it. As where the rich are like, ha, 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 ha. Because if you own a business, you can deduct the taxes, because if you've ever worked a basic job at a basic place, they say, well, that's after taxes. You probably heard that stupid phrase. Well, that's after taxes. The owner of the place, like the owner of Safeway or some big chain place, can use the tax money that was taken out of the paychecks of their workers and pay their taxes with it. That's legal. You can legally do that. So you're paying no taxes. You're having slaves, I mean people, work for you. Same thing. And you're using their money, pretty much, their hard-earned money to pay off your taxes. That's why it pays to invest in this life. You invest the money you have instead of spending it on televisions or games or computers or all these unneeded things. And you buy the things you want later in life when you're well established. If you get a $1,000 paycheck a month and you have a shitty low-income apartment that you're paying for, and you just spend it on a new TV and some food, you're screwing yourself. You're known to the rich as peasant blood. It's called peasant blood because they know you're a worker. They know you're not successful. To become successful, you have to work hard. I know, imagine that, right? You have to work hard. Oh, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to work hard. I just let people do what they want to do because I don't want to waste my breath on changing their life when I should only be focusing on my life. It's good to help people. That's good. It's good to help people. But I mean, complaining about their life, they didn't listen to me. They didn't do this. You're screwing yourself hard. I used to do that. But I stopped, which is good. So focus on your life, but don't focus too much. Be nice to people, and have a good day. There are many, many other ways to avoid taxes. Yeah, a lot of other ways. I just named one, which you probably didn't know you could do. Be I go, I want to tell you all my plans. I did in another video, but likely you didn't watch it. You might have. I'm going to get huge on YouTube, that's a fact. I am going to create my iOS game. I'm going to use my YouTube earnings for right now, which is pretty low. It's like $120. That's low. And I'm going to use that money, pair it up with $200 more to buy the gaming program for 1 year, the pro version, so I can get that app in the App Store, which costs $200 more. Yeah. And then I'm going to start a parking lot business with the money I make from YouTube and my app. Because I'm going to get SSI. That way I can live in my own low-income apartment. While I'm living in that apartment, I'll be investing in two things. I'll be investing in promoting my game, my iOS game, and I'll be using the other money to buy food to survive. I won't buy a TV. I won't buy a video game system. I won't buy any unneeded shit that I don't need, because I'm a minimalist. I'll shop at the dollar store and I'll buy toilet paper, paper plates, forks, spoons, and knives. Plastic. All plastic. And I'll buy food at Whole Foods and Costco. Well, how do you plan on doing that if you have barely any money? That's a question I'm going to get asked, or someone's going to think that. Well, my grandparents have a Costco membership, and I'm on their plan. So I can go into Costco, buy bulk, and since I intermediate fast, I won't have to have as much food as a normal person consumes. Because a normal person in America overconsumes. I'll give you an example of over-consuming. Oh my god, that microwave looks so good. We need a new microwave. I love it when people say we need a new. No, we don't need anything. If you go to a different country, they need food. They're eating mud. Ever seen the African tribe that eats mud because they have no food? Then we give them money like retards. It's like, where do they fucking spend the money? There's no Target. There's no Whole Foods where they live. It's just mud and dirt and people. Seriously. Yeah. Now I have great plans for the future, and they're gonna happen. Plain and simple. And when I have my own house, it's not going to be the end of it. I'm going to have multiple houses. My goal in this life is to create the Dalla family empire. And what that is it is, since the Illuminati or the elites or the electoral college, whatever you want to call them, they are all the richest people on the planet. And they have royal families. It's not really a royal bloodline. It's more of a just rich people being overly proud about their bloodline. And there are lots of conspiracy theories about their blood and dragon blood and all this shit. Whatever one you want to pick it. I don't care. Not my problem. Go for it. The point being is I want to create the Dalla family empire. I'm pretty much restarting the Dalla family name because my real grandfather, who lives far from here, owns 15 properties. Mostly because he inherited like 8. He owned like 5, and then he inherited 8. Because he inherited a apartment complex with 5 rooms. And depending the area, I've learned 2 things. Matters the area to how much you can charge the people. And 2, you check their credit. Because if they have horrible credit, they have credit card debt, you don't let them live in your house. You don't let them rent your house out. I'm buying these houses to rent them out to people to make money from them. I will literally charge $1,500 if I move up to Paradise, California. Because honestly, you would make more money charging to a good, trusted person rather than someone with bad credit. That's why they do a credit check. I have good credit. I have okay credit. That's because I just started building credit 5 months ago for the first time in my entire life. I was never taught how to do any of this stuff. I learned it thanks to YouTube. YouTube has been my parent. It teaches me things. I have a 700 credit score. And if you don't know how credit scores work, 600 is 600 is like the starting out kind of credit score. The basic, the not great. Then the 700 is okay, better. And then the 850 is supposed to be the max, but I heard it can go to 900. The higher credit score you have, the more trusted you are, and the better credit cards you can get. Yeah. There are a lot of 14-year-olds that watch my channel, and like 16 and younger and older, and some of them may not understand how credit cards work. Credit Card Shofu on YouTube is the best credit card channel. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the Credit Card Shofu. Credit Shofu. Best channel. And here's some things you need to know about credit cards that you need to know. And I'm going to tell you them right now. There are beginner starter credit cards, which are very shady. It's what I have. And you have to be very careful with them. You want to set up either a direct deposit, or an auto payment, as in it automatically pays it at a certain day of the month. You want that. Because if you don't have that, you're fucked. You're not exactly fucked. You're more screwed. That's a good way to put it. If you miss a payment, it's going to be the worst day and worst month of your entire life. There's a thing called APR. If it's 24% APR, it's really bad. See, what APR is if you have a $200 credit limit and you spend the entire $200 and it takes you 2 months to pay it off, APR is an extra charge that they charge you. It's an extra charge. Credit cards come with a whole bunch of charges. There is an annual fee, which means you pay at the end of the month the annual fee. My annual fee, since it's my first starter credit card, is $80. Insane. So I have to prepare ahead of time for that. I have to remember that I have to pay $80 at the end of the year, which isn't that bad, honestly. A lot of people say it's horrible, but I would say there are credit cards that have no annual fee. I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back, and I'm not going to end the video. It's a little better lighting, sort of. As I was saying, There's many advantages to having a credit card if you use it right and you play the game right. Having a credit card is really a gambling game. And not gambling like a casino, like being responsible and using it responsibly. Because there are people who use them non-responsibly. And you can get a trusted credit card from any bank. You put $200 down, they give it to you, and you can start building credit. That's a trusted credit card. I think that's what it's called. Just put money down and they give it to you. But I will show you my credit card, not the number. And this. This is my credit card. It's by Credit One. And if you pay $6 extra, you can have an image put on it. Pretty much what you do with a credit card is this the information I've learned over the past year of learning about credit cards. Spend about 20% of your limit. If you have $200, spend $20. I know it doesn't seem like, because if you've ever been with a rich person or a parent, or even, I'm not saying parents are rich, and they use a credit card to pay for groceries, and they use a credit card, and you're just a little kid, and you're watching, oh, I want one of those. I can get everything for free. No, nothing's free. That's just reality. You make little purchases on a credit card, and over time, the credit bureaus base your credit score not on how many things you're buying, but how you pay it early or on the date exactly. Pay him. Because what you spend on a credit card, you have to pay back. So when I use my credit card to buy a monthly bus pass every month, I pay it back before the due date online. Or you could do it the old-fashioned shitty way, where they send you it in the mail and you put your credit card information in and you send it back, which takes a long time. Or you can just do it on the internet and click once and it pays, because your debit card which is your bank card, is connected. So yeah, it's easier that way. Now I want to tell you all, I know this video is very long, I want to tell you all about rewards cards. Once I start making more money, because the Chase Freedom card is the one you want to get. It has no annual fee, and it's a great card to accumulate points. And points have to be the best thing on the fucking planet. If you're ever with someone and they actually want to pay for you using their rewards card, there's a reason. Because certain rewards cards accumulate 1 to 3 points for every dollar you spend, which is a fuck ton. You can get a $400 to $700 plane ticket for like 8,000 points. Let me repeat that. A ticket to Hawaii, since credit cards are connected to airlines, VIP lounges, and hotels. So pretty much it's called credit card hacking, or flight hacking, or travel hacking. It's mostly known as travel hacking. Yeah. or credit card travel hacking. Pretty much what you do is certain cards have a 60,000, usually 20 to 60,000 point bonus that you get when you sign up and you spend a certain amount of money on that credit card in the first month. So what you do, this is the trick that a lot of people use, is you charge like $4,000 on a $4,000 Mac laptop. Then you go online and you sell it for little to the same price, and you use other money to match that goal of spending this much in the first month, and you get those reward points. You transfer them over to another credit card, because Chase credit cards are transferable. Make sure it says transferable in the terms and conditions. Because when you can transfer the points to another card that you keep, it's pretty much getting a bunch of cards, canceling them, throwing the points over that you earn, transferring them to your main card, and keeping the points on your main card. There are people who travel hack and never pay a dime while they're in other places, because those rewards cards give you cash back. This card, my credit card, I'm covering up the numbers. My credit card my credit card, it doesn't have a rewards program. It doesn't accumulate. Well, I've made 51 cents. Because it gives you 1% cash back for every purchase. Not for every dollar you spend, but for every purchase. Oh wait, no, it is for every dollar you spend. Most credit cards are for every dollar you spend, you get 1% cash back. But some of them, like the Chase Freedom card, which is blue, of course, because Chase is blue, duh. It gives you 3 points per dollar spent. So if you spend, let's see, if you have a lot of money to spend and you have a Chase Freedom card, if you have a job that you've had for like 2 years and you know you're just going to be there and you're investing while you're doing it, Chase Freedom card. That is because, let's do the math calculator. If you spend $100, with your Chase Freedom card, you get 300 points. It won't take long to earn 1,000 points. Depending on how much money you spend with a credit card, you have to pay it back the first month. Because if you don't, you're going to get charged APR. And that just means you're going to get charged an extra fee. Like I said before, you're going to get charged an extra fee if you don't pay it back the first month. So don't make huge purchases. And use the rewards points. Yeah. Use the rewards points to buy things when you're traveling, to travel just in general. And stay at nice first-class hotels. They also work with flights. Oh, I already said that. But you can get VIP flights to where there's bedrooms inside the airplane. And guess what? Only you and a few other people are on the airplane. You're not sitting next to a bunch of complaining children or a fat person or angry person or a loud person or snoring person. You're not near anyone because you have your own bedroom to stay in. Look up first class lounges. They got Wi-Fi. There are people who serve you hors d'oeuvres. Everything. People collect credit cards. As in, some people have like 55 credit cards. transferable ones. Because if you spend money on each credit card each month, you're getting points from each one and you're transferring all of them into that one card. It's a game. It's honestly a game. But you know what? Even if you don't like how the system is set up and how they sell our information for money, you still need to go with it. That or you can be a paranoid fuck that complains all the time and never gets anywhere in life. I get it. I get it. Instead of throwing yourself away from people, find people that are like you, that you get along with. That's it. I should have just done a live stream. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a live stream tonight, when all my subscribers get out of school, because most likely half of my subscribers are in junior high and the other half are either working at a job they hate or they're in high school. Because that's what my demographics say, that mostly the United States and Europe watch my videos, and that most of them are 14 to 30. That's the age range of my subscribers. Yeah. And I'm just going to keep getting better, baby.